They fixed whatever they broke, and they broke whatever they fixed afterwards. So I wanted to let you guys know that my eccentric uncle died and left me 350 clocks. I have been super busy winding up his estate. And did you hear about the gymnast that fell off the parallel bars? They were parallelized.
Oh my god.
And in honor of Misha, I would have named my child Misha if I had thought about it, because then every time he did something, I would say Misha accomplished.
Oh my god. Hey, at least that's a unique Misha joke.
Yeah.
Oh, let's hear that music
something.
roll. All right, well, hello, salutations, greeting, hola, guten tag, ciao, and Moobarkfluff. This is Barely Furcasting featuring Taebyn, but without Taebyn this week. I am Barely Normal, and with me is our co-producer and default co-host lately, Rayne Raccoon.
Hello, hello.
And sitting in for the pup of... I was going to come up with another word, but I couldn't. Taebyn is Misha B. Barkin. Hello, Misha. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. It's been a while since you've been on the show.
Yeah.
What have you been up to for the last, what has it been, 2 years since you've been on the show? 2, 3?
Oh man. It's been 2 years since I was a guest. I did do like one extra show where I sat in as a co-host.
Yeah,
That's
we
right.
did the Astonishingly Drunk.
Astonishingly
okay,
drunk.
so
Oh,
two.
yes. Oh, God, that's right.
Yeah, there was one where I sat in for Taebyn, and then there was the Astonishingly
that's
Drunk.
right. Yeah,
Oh,
Astonishingly
this will be the
God,
third.
We're never doing that
man.
again, by the way.
Oh man.
We'll have
ran
to get
into-
you your punch card for the number of appearances on the show.
Right. It's like a bingo card.
Mhm.
I ran into Rayne at Furlandia,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Hey, when are we doing
I said,
the
"Ouch."
astonishingly? When are we? Oh my god,
Another
when are we doing
astonishingly...
the astonishingly drunk episode?" And he's like, "Never again. Barely almost died."
Yeah.
I did almost die. Yeah. We might do a not quite as astonishingly drunk, but maybe not take the shots as often as we did on that one. Oh, that was terrible.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was too much.
Yeah. So, and Rayne, what have you been up to?
I have been working my butt off in preparation for going out to Seaside with you on Sunday.
Yes.
Yes, for the 4th of July
Yes.
stuff.
Yes, when this
Oh.
episode comes out, we will have already blowed stuff up. So,
Yes.
yeah, Rayne is
Hopefully
part
not
of my
ourselves.
fireworks crew. Yep, for the 4th of July at Seaside. So, there you go. And if anybody went to the show, I hope you enjoyed it. So, Mr. Rayne,
Yes.
do you have, under our past today, I think I'm just going to do the movie quotes from last week, the answers to the movie quotes.
Sure. Let me
You
pull
want
them
to
up.
play
'cause
them, but don't play that really long one again. Just
Don't play
a
the really
small
long
part
one
of it.
again?
Yeah. Maybe
Okay.
you just play a part of it.
Right. All right. I'll play. That's the first one anyway. So let's go for the first one.
What sort of supreme being created such riffraff? Is it not the workings of a complete incompetent? But he created you, evil one.
And that was, any guesses, Misha?
No.
All right.
It sounds familiar, but I couldn't guess.
Yes, that is Time Bandits.
Indeed it is.
Yeah.
All right. Here is the next one.
Chocolate coating makes it go down easier, but you have to wait 15 minutes for full potency. And you shouldn't go in swimming after for at least one.
An hour.
Yeah, an
A good hour.
No.
Oh,
No.
my favoriteest movie in the
No.
entire world.
That is Princess Bride.
That's
And
correct.
That was Miracle Max and his wife,
Yes.
and Carol Kane, which is not the character's name, but the actor's name, who is now on Star Trek: Strange New Worlds.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
Yes.
she
She's the
is-
new chief engineer.
Yes, because she helped them steal the Enterprise. No spoilers.
Oh gosh. All right. Our last one is this one.
Good morrow, Abbott.
Tomorrow.
Welcome, Abbott.
Tomorrow.
Hello, Abbott.
Tomorrow.
Hey, Abbott.
I hate that guy.
Any guesses, Misha?
I don't watch very many movies, so no.
These are old movies. That was Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Correct.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
With Carrie Elwyn. Also almost the same
Ellis.
cast. Ellis. Almost the same cast as Princess Bride.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, because he was Wesley in Princess Bride as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there you go. Bisha, do you watch movies much? No?
Not much, no. Unfortunately.
All right.
Yeah. I recently had to cancel my Netflix because the whole making sure you have like a home device or whatever they were doing.
Mhm.
I canceled it because of that. But so
All right.
I really haven't watched very many movies.
All right. That's all I had for pass today. Do you have anything, Rayne?
No.
We've been pretty good. The pup isn't here. We don't have to talk about episodes from 3 years ago.
That he just got around to listening.
Yes. So
Yeah.
he'll listen to 4 or 5 episodes and then talk about the things that we said wrong from like
There
3
you
years
go.
ago. It's like, oh, okay, yay.
We don't even remember we did an episode 3 years ago.
Ooh, I do have a question from a month ago, though.
Oh, what is that?
Did Taebyn make sure to tell you I said hi at Furlandia?
Yes,
Barely.
he did.
He did.
And
Okay,
He
perfect.
did. Yes.
I made sure as well to tell him you were upset that he didn't show up.
Yeah, because like
You asked about him, and he says,
I did.
nobody ever remembers me.
yeah, that was like my goal. Was like I'm gonna go say hi to Barely because Barely says
Aw.
no one ever recognizes him. So I'm
Aw.
gonna be the one.
All right. Well, are you going to BLFC?
No.
No. All right.
Yeah, I don't have any cons slotted for the rest of this year, but
Really?
yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm
All right.
currently in the process of moving, and that's really expensive. So.
That's very expensive.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, okay, I get that. Yeah, no, I didn't. That weekend is always tough for me to get away because it's always our beach house prep weekend, Memorial Day weekend. So,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
so I'm always over there helping with that. That way I get to use the beach house all the rest of the year because I helped make it ready.
there you go. Yeah, that's your-
That's my
That's
thing.
the trade-off.
That's the trade-off. Yeah. Plus, I helped build the damn thing. So there you go.
Oh, well.
All right. So, Dictionary of Obscure Words. Let's see. So I chose the letter M today, and the first one is macarism. Macarism, for those of you that need to know, is taking pleasure in another's joy.
I thought it had something to do with macaroons, but
No. Well, I mean, if they enjoyed the macaroons and you took pleasure in it, then you would
there
have
you go.
macaroon macarisms.
yeah.
Macaroon macarisms. There we go. And Malmsey, which is not to be confused with,
Dadsy?
well, any words that are like that, or Mimsy. All Mimsy were the Borogoves. And what's
And
the rest of the
The
line?
slithy toad? Something like that. Yeah.
Oh, Mimsy were the Slivy Toves and the something other outgrabe. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, nonsense poem from Lewis Carroll, right?
Yep. Alice in Wonderland.
The Jabberwocky.
Jabberwocky.
The Jabberwocky. Yeah. Anyway, Malmsey is a sweet perfumed wine. Now, I've never had perfumed wine. I don't know that would.
Perfumed wine.
Yeah,
I don't either. I'm kind of not big on like rose water and orange water and stuff like that because it is or orange blossom water. It is like drinking perfume.
Yeah.
It's a little goes a really long way.
A lot of the times you use those perfumed wines or those perfumed alcohols to just kind of like spritz the glass to give it a
really?
kind of a
Yeah.
hint as opposed to an ounce of it in your
Actually,
drink. So yeah.
actually drinking some.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what. Actually, absinthe has become a popular spritzer into
yes.
cocktails
Really?
lately because
Mhm.
because nobody wants to drink it.
Yeah, I've
If you
drank
don't
it
like black
exactly
licorice,
once.
Yeah, if you don't like black licorice, it's not for you. But a little bit in a spritzed in a glass actually does
Now-
give you that anise flavor.
Now you can take that absinthe. So now I have drank a small snifter of absinthe, but you pour it over the sugar cube, and that
Yes.
really does make a difference.
Okay.
Yeah. So you like take a slotted spoon and put it over the glass, and then you put a sugar cube in it, and you pour the absinthe over it, and it does make it sweeter. It kind of kills that pungent licorice flavor. So
You can also
Yes.
dilute it with water too. As apparently you're
Little
supposed to drip
Yeah.
water over it too. So
Yeah.
Something.
Get that green fairy going, that's for sure.
Yeah, that stuff is just too licoricey for me.
Yeah. They make a really, believe it or not, Hood River Distillery makes some of the best absinthe in the world. Right up there in Hood River. So there you go.
I believe
micrology. What micrology is? Well, that's the study of small things.
That makes sense.
Not microbiology, but micrology.
That's what I thought it said at first.
Yeah. Mockado. 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 Not OADO, but Mockado. Mockado. It's not a form of Oriental fighting. It is inferior wool or woolen products. So if you get a sweater that's got a lot of pulls and stuff on it that's just kind of itchy, that's a Mockado sweater. So if somebody says, I'm going to make you a Mockado sweater, tell them no.
Say no.
Yeah.
No, just say no to Mockado. Yes. And mussetate means to mutter. There you go.
The pup muscetates once in a while.
Muscetates, yes.
Yes.
Lots of people muscetate all over the place, especially if they're in fursuit.
Yes.
It's like...
We're all mumbling. Where are my room keys?
What did you say? Oh, okay. All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that to Taebyn the next time.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, Taebyn, you're muscetating. He's going to go, I don't know what you're talking about.
I was going to say,
I think it's dirty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just say it to him the full episode and do not tell him what it means.
That's right.
Like, Taebyn, you're muscetating again.
Yes, you're muscetating. Are you wearing a Mikado suit? Well, you muscetate. All right, we're gonna race through this episode. I can see it already. So let's talk about some media. Media. Yeah. So, Rayne, what have you been watching and consuming lately?
Not a whole lot. Mostly YouTube, and that's been about it. I've played some video games. Still playing Jedi Survivor because it's a long game, and I've been kind of like, I'll play like for about an hour at a stretch and just try to explore everywhere in the game. But pretty much that and Bloons 6 have been all I've done during the week.
Okay. All right. Misha, you said you don't watch a lot of TV, but what have you been doing? Any media, game playing, streaming, anything like that?
I was doing a lot of streaming for a while there, but my router is 7 years old, and apparently that's like 3 years older than it's supposed to be. So it's been kind of crapping out lately.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Weirdly enough, it seems to work later in the afternoon, so we should be good. I shouldn't disconnect for the podcast, but
well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was playing like one of the biggest games I played recently was Tunic, which is like a little. It looks like a Legend of Zelda clone, but like the deeper you get into the game, there's so much to the world, and it's really simplistic looking. And the game just tells you nothing, and basically you go through the game and find little pages of a game manual, and that tells you how to play the game. So, and then half of it's in a different language, half of it's in a made-up language called Trunic that you can't read, but it is translatable, and I did translate it on stream. But yeah, that was the biggest game I played recently, but I haven't really been watching too much TV. I know that I'm planning on moving in with my boyfriend, and him and I are going to start watching Suits. I think that one's on Amazon.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We've been getting little clips of that on TikTok, and it's like, this looks kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last game that I've been playing is City Skylines, which is like, I don't know if you remember Sim City.
Oh yeah,
Sim
I love Sim City.
Yeah, it's a lot like that, where like the newest Sim City kind of crashed and burned. City Skylines kind of took its place.
Oh really?
It became the new like city simulation game. So I've been putting an alarming amount of hours into that.
An alarming. Well, I was looking at I did download SimCity 4 Deluxe Edition not too long ago. I haven't played it yet, but there it is. Yeah,
yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. Oh my God. Yay. My stepson used to play The Sims, and he would always make them have a baby and then put it in a room and close and take all the doors away and watch the baby die. That was
so you can get the ghost babies.
The ghost
There's
babies.
some terrible things you could do in this game.
Oh,
I remember
there were.
I never played the original Sims, but I remember I would go over to my friend's house and they would be like, yeah, I would like make a family and then give them a pool, and then as soon as they got in, I'd take away all the ladders. And it's like, what is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you? Yes.
Do you need to talk to a therapist? Are you okay?
This is my therapy.
I never liked how
Sims.
hard it was to get like a same-sex character interested in you. Like you almost had to assault them to get them interested in you. It was really kind of creepy because like you'd go up to them and like kiss them and they push you away, and then like you'd go back and kiss them again forcibly and they'd push you away a little less. It was kind of creepy.
Yeah, that's not good. I didn't even know the older Sims games had same sex.
Couple. But you had to really force it. It took quite a bit of took quite
representation,
a bit of it.
but at what cost?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something to be said about punch effing, I guess. I don't know. That's,
maybe.
Remember PG-13. All right, so I haven't watching much TV except for old Family Guy episodes when I go to sleep. Usually I'm up to 50 milligrams of THC now to go to sleep, so I'll take 50 milligrams and turn on Family Guy, which is hilarious when you've got 50 milligrams of THC. Yeah, it's like,
I bet.
I didn't laugh that when I'm sober. It's like, wow, that's funny. All right. That and a couple of episodes of What We Do in the Shadows. Some of the things that they say on that are just so off the wall. And then I'm a big Star Trek fan, so I was very excited when Star Trek Strange New Worlds, their new episodes came out. So I have watched the first 2 episodes of Strange New Worlds with Captain Pike. And it would not be a Star Trek series if there wasn't a court episode. Where they're in a courtroom. So that was episode 2. No spoilers, but there's a courtroom scene. Actually, the whole episode is a courtroom. So,
well, the way they left for Star Trek. The way they left season 1, they pretty much kind of had to.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Misha, do you watch Star Trek at all?
I don't.
Star Wars?
My dad was super into Star Trek, which was weird because, like, he's super into sports, and I did not expect him to just be like, yeah, I've seen every episode of Star Trek. I was like, what? You didn't tell me?
Yeah. Well, some people have to keep those secrets,
I guess.
I don't want my furry son to know I'm a Star Trek fan.
Right? Like, I promise it's not worse than what I'm doing, Dad.
Right.
It's fine.
Yeah. So Misha, you mentioned I'm gonna segue here. You mentioned that you're moving in with your boyfriend. Where are you moving to?
Yeah. Just here in Eastern Washington.
Okay.
I'm not moving far. It's like maybe a city away.
Oh, okay. All right. Are you moving in with his place, or are you getting a place? You're both moving into a new place together.
We're both moving into a new place together.
Nice. Right.
Yeah.
And how long have you and he been together, or she, or they, or whatever they like to be called?
Geez, I think we're up to 8 months. It'll be a year by the time we move in.
Okay,
nice.
All right.
Yeah. So, excited about that.
Well, you're not going full puppy move in, which is like, hi, let's be friends, let's move in together.
No.
It's like I've found that in the puppy fandom. Away from the furry fandom, but in the puppy fandom, they tend to latch onto each other really, really fast.
Oh yeah, it's like a little too fast.
A little too fast. Yeah, it's like their second date is get a U-Haul. So
God, yeah, no.
I don't know if I could find me a rich pup. That wanted to spoil me.
There we go.
I might latch on real quick too.
Like being a content creator, like there's a lot of people that'll like make weird parasocial relationships with you sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't had it super often, but I've had a couple of times where I'm like, okay, bud, like, slow your roll. I don't know you.
Right? Yeah. I mean, I get that. Taebyn gets that all the time. He's much more popular than I am, but I get the puppies that have daddy issues that really like to talk to me about things and want me to help them out.
You're like, whoa.
Yeah, whoa. It's like I
do not know your first name.
Right. I like you, but I'm not going to send you $100. But thanks for asking.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, we're going to play a little this or that.
Ooh, I like this game.
I have a book that I bought, 3,000 this or that questions. This, or 3,001. Somebody actually wrote 3,001 this or that's. So, some of them are very strange and obscure, which you're going to learn as we read them here. Okay. All right. So, and I'll alternate back and forth, and you guys just, well, both of you can answer both of them, what you want to do. All right.
Okay.
We can alternate, like, who goes first.
Sure. All right. So, going
Since
first.
You're the guest,
this...
I'll let you go first.
All right.
All right.
Would you rather be unknown in film or successful on stage?
Ooh, successful on stage. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have to say the same.
All right. Okay. It doesn't say what stage. And the nice thing about this with you two is that you don't ask clarifying questions. Like Taebyn always asks, he'll say, well, is it a stage on a Broadway or is it a stage somewhere else? It's like, it just says stage. It just says stage. Yeah.
I didn't write the book, Taebyn.
I didn't write the book. No. Okay. Would you,
oh boy.
Would you rather fight wait a minute. Would you rather fight 5 small chickens or 1 horse-sized chicken?
Oof. 5
Speaking
small chickens.
Old Family Guy episode,
right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, because I've seen that chicken on the Family Guy.
Right?
He beats the crap out of Peter.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm not going for a horse-sized chicken.
No, I'm gonna go with the small chickens as well.
Besides, where are you gonna find a fryer big enough to fry him after you beat him?
That too, yeah.
Up at the Abbey. Wow, that was a cricket joke if ever I heard one. Okay.
I lost.
Would you rather have a good sense of smell or a good sense of taste?
Probably taste, because like I really like cooking, so like when I cook food that's really good, it's like, oh yeah, this is great, and I could enjoy it a lot more.
Yep. Rayne, how about you?
Probably taste as well. Although I don't know how that works because taste and smell are kind of interlinked. But
yeah, although like another like point against smell, if you're in public, it's up to God what you're gonna smell that day.
Yeah, no.
And if your sense of smell is like improved, it's even more.
It's even worse.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't want it any better than it already is.
Yeah.
True. Indeed. Okay. Oh, would you rather have perfect eyesight or perfect hearing?
Yeah.
Take off the glasses.
Yeah.
All of us wear glasses, so
yes.
I'm gonna say the perfect eyesight.
I'm gonna go with the hearing, only because I play music, so hearing's a little more important in my world, I guess.
Well, true, because you can't see what music sounds like.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet.
It's well with AI, who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's a whole can of worms.
Would you rather have 1 eye in the center of your forehead or 200 eyes on various body parts?
Wow, we're going Greek old school on this one,
right? No kidding.
Can I abstain? Both of those sound awful. I guess just the 1 eye. Although that's. Do I get? Okay, I'm gonna be a Taebyn for a second. Do I get to choose where the eyes go?
It just says 1 eye in your forehead or 200 eyes on other parts of your body. So I guess you could choose.
So yeah, you can either be Argus or a Cyclops. So
if I can choose a more obscure place for all the eyes to go, I guess that one. Although that would make like first time somebody seeing you shirtless really weird because there's just a bunch of eyes somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I
don't know.
I've got them on my finger so I could like look up things, you know.
That's true. You could use it. Ooh, hold on.
But then every time you touch something, you're poking your eye.
Oh,
yeah, true. Which is why
I'd rather just have the Cyclops because I already only have one eye that works great. So,
okay.
Oh, that's fair.
So you're already used to that. All right.
I'm already used to it.
Okay. Which would you rather be, a spider or a snake?
Snakes are cooler. Gonna have to go with the snake.
Yeah, snakes are cool. I know spooters are cool too, though. Depending on what kind of spooter. Yeah.
Oh, spooters as a spooter. I get you.
I'm a spider guy.
I don't like them. I don't like them unless I know they're harmless ones. But yeah, I think I'd probably rather be the snake.
Yeah, I like seeing spiders outside because I'm like, oh, look at him go. He's so fast.
Yeah.
But like, as soon as he's inside, it's
no,
get away from me.
Kill it with fire.
Yeah.
And then you burn the house down, and then what happens? And then the spider walks away because you know.
Like, my roommate doesn't like killing bugs inside, and I don't have a problem with it. So if I see a bug and they're home, I'm like, you have a minute to get rid of this, or else I'm killing it. Like, you have a minute to figure out a solution before I enact my solution.
Yeah. I have two spider stories. The one is years ago, my husband and I worked different shifts, and so he would come home late at night, and I would get up early in the morning, and so he'd be sleeping. So I got up one morning, and I went into the bathroom, and on the counter is a glass covering a very large spider with a note that says, "Please take care of this." So, I mean, it had a piece of paper under it, so I just picked it up and I took it outside and I let her go. I mean, it's like, here you go. Go for it, you know, right? And then another spider story, a friend of mine, when I was in high school, hated spiders. Absolutely was terrified 100% of spiders. I mean, don't show it to him, don't get it to him. He was driving his little Datsun B2200 pickup truck. And a large house spider ran across the dashboard right in front of him. He freaked out, was trying to smash the spider, and wrecked his truck. And he got minor injuries, but the truck was totaled. And when when the police and everybody got there, they said, well, what happened? He says, I was trying to kill a spider, and I wrecked the truck. And about that time, they were standing next to the truck, and the spider crawled out from underneath something and went across the top of the truck. And he says, yeah, that's fucker right there.
God, that's terrifying, because there's nothing you can do.
Nope.
And the cops were like, we don't have 4 pairs of tiny handcuffs. He's going to have to go free.
Yeah, he's going to have to go. He's on his own. He's on his own.
Let him go.
Yeah. And speaking of spiders, this last one, would you rather eat a tarantula or eat an eel?
Well, I've had eel in the Philippines, and eel was pretty good. Tarantula seems kind of like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's like
they're kind of crunchy.
I'm going with the eel because isn't eel like unagi? Isn't that eel?
That is eel. Yes.
Yeah. So it's already a dish over here.
It's already done. There you go. It's an eel. It's an eel. It's an eel. Not to be confused with O'Neill, which is totally different. O'Neill. All right, this takes
with
us
one
up
L
to
or two.
Sure. Yes.
Stargate reference.
Stargate. Oh, yeah.
The series, yes.
All right, so that takes us up to furries in the news. Now, Misha, you're kind of a news furry, are you not? You do a lot of content with news and things like that, furry news. Right?
Unfortunately. Did you see the recent one?
Which one is this now? Oh, yours?
Yeah, somebody went and did an interview about furries on Fox News.
Yes, I watched that one, yes.
Yeah, that didn't go well.
Is that on your channel?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to go back and look at it.
Okay. Yeah.
With 3 podcasts and work and stuff, I have little time to watch other people's content, unfortunately. So I'll have to go back and look at that. Yeah.
I get you. I haven't been keeping super up with this podcast, in all honesty.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So what happened with that?
Yeah, so basically Fox News reached out to a furry. I don't know if I should say who it is or not, but they reached out to him and was like, "Hey, do you want to appear on this interview in your fursuit?" And he put out a Twitter poll and was like, "Hey, fellas, should I do this? They want me to do this interview in fursuit." And 70% of his followers said no. And he
Okay.
still went and did the interview anyway. He left a comment on that video today, giving a little more like insight into it. And I guess they told him that it was going to be more focused on the anti-trans bill in Florida. And then they basically roped him into doing the interview and was like, they showed a video of a furry getting spanked at the Harbor House, which, if you don't know, is a restaurant near, I think it was MFF at the time, where you can go and ask to get paddled with a giant paddle.
Right. And by the way, you don't have to be a furry to get paddled there. Anybody can go in there and get paddled.
They'll spank anyone.
Yeah. Let me be abundantly clear. This is not a furry exclusive thing. This is just like furries go over there to do it because it's funny. So they showed that and they just like grilled him about it, and basically they did what Fox News does and trapped him and was like, "Oh, so these furries are doing this over in this restaurant, which means all furries do this. Which why do you want children involved in squirrels getting spanked?" And it's like, we don't. But cool, thanks for making a connection that isn't there. One of the things I said in the video was like people who watch Fox News or like the people on there themselves, like, they've got their mind made up and they're not capable of thinking gray. It's either black or white.
Yes.
So,
very much
this happens, this NSFW thing happens, therefore the entire event is NSFW. And it's like, no, that's not how that works. Comic-Con, that's not holier than thou, the entire thing.
No, anytime you have a convention of people that are like-minded, they're going to hook up. I don't care if it's a
business
furry
conventions,
all of it. They're gonna hook up. That's just human nature.
Yep.
The problem is it's not newsworthy to talk about the cement conference that takes place in Las Vegas and how often they hook up together because they're just cement guys. They don't wear funny costumes.
No.
Yeah, it's kind of hilarious because like I've got some friends who've gone down to SHOT Show in Vegas. And you would think that that Fox News would kind of look on that side of things too, because I've heard SHOT Show is a complete and total sex fest. After our SHOT Show, it's like a gun show. That's a big gun show they have down there every year. And it's like, so you're talking, this is a whole bunch of conservative people with conservative values all in one place together, and yet they're having sex.
They're having sex. Yeah. I mean,
that's like,
nobody says anything on Fox about that.
No.
Yeah, of course, because that's the people that watch their show, so they don't want to come off as sexual deviants. It's only us,
It's
because
only
of
us.
precedence.
That's right.
Us.
I mean, if you think about it, so how many hotel rooms are in Las Vegas?
Lots.
Thousands, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
At any given moment in time in Las Vegas, somebody's having sex.
Yeah. There's something going on.
Something going on somewhere. So, sex is what people do. That's how
part of life.
That's why we have so many people on the planet, because people don't know when to stop having sex.
Yeah, when you've binged everything that you can binge, then you have sex.
I mean, if you think about it, furry sex is a whole lot better because we don't produce offspring, you see.
See?
Yeah, most of us don't. That's true.
So
that's the other thing is like most of us hate kids. They're you want the children around. Like, obviously I'm joking.
Yeah.
Most of us
I don't hate them, but I don't want them.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want them either. And like they're like, "Oh, why do you want?" Their biggest thing was like, "Why are you insistent on having children at this event? Children must be at this event. Why?" Like, and it's like, I don't specifically want children at an event. Like, if it's an 18 plus con, cool. If there's children involved, by all means. Like, it's just like, it's cool that younger furries have a chance to meet people like them and experience the con space. And like, that was like at Furlandia, that was
Yeah, lots of kids there.
Exclusively safe
Yeah.
for work. Like there was maybe one panel that I think was 18 plus.
Mm.
And the rest of it was all completely safe for work. But if Fox News saw that there was one panel 18 plus,
that would have been the whole con.
That would have been the
18,
whole
the whole
convention.
thing. Yeah, the whole convention. Yeah. Well, and speaking of this, in England, the whole furry scare is coming to light now. The children identifying as cats are wearing tails and ears in class, says Britain's toughest head teacher, and she cautions teachers authority over their pupils is long gone amid the rise of the furries. She actually said that, the rise of the furries.
Okay.
I wish we were half as powerful of a group as
right.
The other side makes us out to be.
No kidding. Right.
So my best friend is a British school teacher. He teaches physics. Yes. And he knows I'm a furry, and he reached out to me about a week ago.
Okay.
And he says, "How long has the furry fandom been around?" And I'm like, "Well, since the late 70s." And he's like, "That's what I thought." He's like, "Yeah, they're raising some kind of big stink here." I said, they're just copying what we're doing here. It's nothing but a dog whistle for trans rights, and they just want to try and find anything they can that's weird that they can put trans people in a bad light with.
Right.
And, so since we're so open to trans people, we tend to have quite a few more trans people in our groups.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
so it's a good way for these conservative, jerks to get a dig on the
all
trans
those
community.
NIMBYs.
It was like I did it. I actually did a video about that too. The litter boxes thing. I did that like a year ago. When that was first starting, and it was like the video I watched. They kept mentioning the litter boxes, but they always made sure to mention that they were in the gender neutral restrooms, and it was like. It's almost like you want to say something else and you want to hate on a different group, but like hating on furries is cool and fun, and like
but
you can get away with hating on furries, but like hating on trans people, that's frowned upon.
That's frowned upon. Don't do that, right?
Sorry, like you said, they used it as a dog whistle to hate on trans people.
Yeah. So this gal in England, the issue sprung up over a teacher was yelling at a young girl for being gender intolerant, and then the headmaster, of course, said that it was furries. None of the argument that took place was over furries. It was, oh my God. But they just came right up there. And to be clear, and I'm going to give you an opinion at this point. In my humble opinion, to be clear, furry is not a gender.
No,
it is not a gender. No, last time I checked, an anthropomorphic fictional item is not a gender. And you know what? Schools have the right to enforce dress codes like any other organization. If they're having problems with their kids wearing stuff they don't like, perhaps, I don't know, get back to school uniforms. That will solve a lot of problems. And they could have days where the students can wear their fursuits, like Spirit Week or events like that, where they come to school in their pajamas, or Backwards Day, or all other kind of stuff. That's when they can wear their fursuits. But maybe enact some guidelines for clothing. I don't know.
Yeah,
that might be a little bit better than saying the furries are rising and taking over.
Yeah, we had a dress code in my school. I mean, we didn't have uniforms, but we had a dress code, and if you were found to be out of dress code, they would either say you need to turn that shirt inside out because it's got something on it that's bad, or you need to you need to go home because your clothing is inappropriate.
And like I obviously ended up being a furry, but I feel like kids are gonna act like cats and dogs as kids anyway,
right?
I feel like that's not a furry exclusive thing.
No.
All three of my nieces used to pretend they were kitties.
Yeah,
and none of them turned out to be furry.
And like you were saying, the kids are wearing ears and tails. Then ban those.
Right? Just say no ears and tails. It's very simple. You say no baseball Halloween, caps. Yeah,
exactly. They're turning it into a much bigger problem.
Bigger problem. And you know what? Grade schoolers will be grade schoolers. They will do anything to get their teacher's ire up. I mean, I used to do that when I was a kid. The difference was I went to Catholic grade school. I wore navy blue pants, a white shirt, and a navy blue tie for 8 years of my life going to school. I did not have a choice to wear anything else, but it made it simple getting dressed in the morning. I didn't have to pick out an outfit. I knew exactly what I was wearing.
How many of those uniforms do they give you for like a week?
Oh, they don't give you anything. You have to buy them. Your parents have to buy them.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but still, you think about it, it's still cheaper than like a pair of, I'm going to date myself, Jordache jeans, or Lucky jeans.
I'm too young to know what those are.
Yeah.
I think that brand is still around. I don't know. I'll have to look it up and find out.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I say, what was the other one? The other favorite pair of jeans that we used to, well, then when I got to high school, we had a dress code. The girls had to wear a uniform still in high school, which I thought was very sexist. Now that I think about it, back then, I don't care, but they had to wear a uniform, green plaid skirt, white blouse, and the little cross tie that goes like this across the front of them.
Good grief.
The boys could wear slacks or cords and any shirt with a collar. You had to have a shirt with a collar. So you could wear polo shirts just like that, but no t-shirts.
Okay.
So you had to have a shirt with a collar. Now, the cords that all the boys loved to wear, keep in mind this is 1975, 76, 77, in the height of post-hippie, but coming into the disco rage. So my favorite pair of pants were Britannia A-frame cords. Now, an A-frame cord had the waist up at the top, and it was basically like a long skirt, which were two pants, because it just came down like this. And at the bottom, now I have size 13 shoes, and the pants would cover the shoe and have room for more. That's how wide they were at the bottom.
God.
Yeah. So he had these wide leg pants. He
used to sneak his best friends into the movies with them.
Right. Exactly. I had to find a pair of those and wear them to a fur con somewhere. People are like, what is that long dress you're wearing? No, it's pants. Ha
No.
So, and then we have a illegal bunch of furries. They are hacking into government agencies and government databases. They're calling themselves the Gay Furries out of the hacking group SedgeSec. So there you go. They're putting little furry messages on these government websites, leaving them little treats, and they're hacking into their databases. The self-described gay furries in the hacking group known as SedgeSec have expanded their campaign against 5 states for their stances on transgender issues. So they're kind of attacking the transgender issue stuff. Mm-hmm. The group, which earlier this month leaked data from the city of Fort Worth in Texas, claimed on Wednesday that it had breached government websites belonging to the states of Nebraska, South Dakota, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, and again, Texas. Now, however, Brett Callow, who's a threat analyst with cybersecurity firm Emsisoft, throwing up softly? Is that what Emsisoft is? Throwing up softly from his song. Throwing up softly from his song. No, wow. That was a reach.
Yeah. That was almost Taebyn worthy.
That was almost Taebyn worthy. Yeah, it's like he cautioned skepticism towards the hacking group. It shouldn't be assumed that SedgeSec's movement's motivation is as straightforward as they say. Callow told the Daily Dot, I guess is a paper, hacking photos of potholes and other fairly non-sensitive data seems like a very odd way of protesting a state's policies, says this analyst, which I guess, but
I haven't heard about this.
Yeah,
I hadn't either.
That's awesome.
The gay furries. Yeah. So the article is very, very long, but they talk about how they got into these websites and they left little like ASCII kitties that would move across the screen on the websites.
That's adorable.
That was their thing to do.
Sounds pretty harmless.
Right?
That's like, you always hear like furries, like 50% of all the furries are in IT in some degree. Like
a lot are,
yes.
Yeah.
A lot are, yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We are kind of powerful.
I am not the only one at my tech job.
Oh, really?
That's a furry. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
That's right. Yes, you ran into a coworker at the next bench at Furlandia.
At Furlandia, yes. Oh. He sits right next to me, one bench over. So,
did he recognize you, or did you recognize them?
He recognized me. I did not recognize them. He came up to me at the very last day, and he's like, "See you, see you at work on Tuesday." And I'm like, "I don't understand. What are you talking about?" Huh?
Who are you and how do you know me?
Yeah.
I was going to say, who do you work for?
Are you part of the gay furries? Are you going to hack into me? It's like,
I knew I'd catch you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, but yeah, it's actually, there's also another one in the company.
Oh, wow.
She wore her fursuit to Halloween last year or the year before.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. So this is, I mean, through our big worldwide company, there's at least 3 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a lot more.
Yeah. Oh, and I work for the government, so I'm sure there's a lot more in the government that have it. In fact, one year when I was ready to head out to FC in San Jose, my assistant manager, I was saying, I'm going down to San Jose this weekend. And she says, "Oh, are you going to Further Confusion?" And I was like, as a matter of fact, I am. How would you know about Further Confusion? And she says, "Well, let's just say I know a lot about the furry fandom." It's like, okay, then. Cool. Good for you.
Nice.
Wait, is Further Confusions in San Jose?
Yeah.
I might have got my script wrong for this week's videos, guys.
Oh, no.
Hold on. Oh, wait, where did I say it was? Oh, no, I did say San Jose. Okay. I don't remember saying San Jose. Oh. And I was like, did I get that one wrong? Am I going to have to go back and re-record that? Okay, we're good.
All right, so I got to ask, Barely, do you know the way to San Jose?
Do you know the way to San Jose? I've been away so long, I may go wrong and lose my way.
No, I don't, so please just go away.
All right.
I don't know the next line, so
I don't remember it either. That's the only part of the way. Like, do you know the way to San Jose? And then then
the song goes do 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 do
yeah.
do 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 do. I think they never answer the question. They just ask it.
I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
Guess what clip is going to be dropped in now?
Yes.
Okay.
So much for monetization.
Yes.
Oh wait. Never mind. We don't make any money for this anyways.
Not on this podcast. Nobody pays us to do this. This is all for fun. Okay, so we're going to go over some upcoming events, which we have, once again, a literal crap ton of events. Of course, this episode's coming out. When is this episode coming out? Next Saturday. So, the 14th? No.
The 8th?
This comes out on the 8th. Yes. This comes out on the 8th. Yes, July 8th.
Yes.
So, next weekend then, July 14th through the 16th, you have 2 cons going on. One in Utah. You have Anthro Weekend Utah 2023 at the Davis Conference Center. Or you can go to Brandbu, Norway to Furway 2023, and I'm not going to try and say the name of the town because it's got all those Norwegian thingamajigs on the letters and stuff. So it's like
Astjern is the first word, and
Hitatun. That doesn't sound Norwegian, but okay. You can go to
Astjern does, but
Astjern,
yes. That definitely does.
It's got that little O over the A, and I'm surprised there's no umlauts over the E or the J or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, it's hard speaking the Norwegian language. Scandinavian stuff is very hard to speak.
Yes. Okay, so the week of July 21st through the 23rd, you have 3 cons that you can go to. You've got Fur Out West in Western Australia. You've got Fur Day in Sal de Mar in Berniers-sur-Mer. Sur-Mer. The only thing I know about Sur-Mer is that's where the Dirty Rotten Scoundrels movie took place with Michael Caine and Steve Martin.
Steve Martin, yes.
Yes. Which I found out that movie was a remake of another movie that was a remake of another movie, and then they remade Dirty Rotten Scoundrels with the 2 gals, with Melissa McCarthy and that other gal, which is almost the exact same script. I mean, it was scene for scene. Yeah.
People always complain, oh, Hollywood just keeps remaking the same movies nowadays. I'm like, no, they've been remaking the same movies since they made movies.
Yes. Yeah. So that's Fur Day. You can go out to Fur Out West in Australia also that weekend. If you're going to go to Kansas, to the Kansas Fur Con, don't, because it's been canceled. So if you show up, you'll just be you, being yourself. You're there all by yourself.
Any reason why? Or
no, I think it had something to do with their hotel, and so one of the hotel contracts fell through, and so they just kind of canceled it. So yeah, it's always bad when that happens.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Spokane Throw when they first started, and then they got the next year the hotel said, no, we don't want you, we don't have enough space, and then they couldn't find a venue up there. Now I hear rumors that it's going to happen soon again.
See, I've been hearing rumors for a couple of years now, because I know people that are on the board, or at least were on the board, I think, but they've been saying that for a while, so I'm not super hopeful.
Yeah,
because Spokane Throw took place in 2019, and then they were slotted for 2020 because I think the hotel was gonna do renovations or something, and then COVID happened, so that just never came to be, and then they never got back on their feet. So they're still trying, but I'm not super hopeful about it. I hope it does come back, but I'm not holding my breath, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, Misha, you'll have to come to Get Out the Float in February. Is it February next year or January next year?
I think it's January.
January. Ooh. That's over in Seaside, Oregon.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'll have to give that a shot. Wasn't it in October last year or the year before?
It was.
That was actually Halloween weekend.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I did a Halloween DJ set, so it was Halloween weekend.
I was worried you were going to invite me October of this year again, and I was like, I would have just moved.
No, they moved it to January because they had something else going on. So.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay, August 3rd through the 6th. Which includes the 4th through the 6th. You've got 3 cons you can go to. You can go to Antwerp, Belgium, and go to Reference. You can go to Canference in Ottawa, Canada, or you can go to the Texas Furry Siesta. Very important that we make it Siesta because it's a different thing than the
different
Fiesta.
Con than the Fiesta one.
Yeah.
Yes. This is TFS, not TFF, and that's in Dallas, Texas. The weekend after that, August 11th through the 13th, you have the Wild Prairie Fur Con in Manitoba, Canada. Lots of Canadian conferences taking place in the summertime.
Yeah.
If you like camping and you want to camp in your fursuit and be a total musky husky because they have no showers, you can go to Campfire Tales the 18th through the 21st in La Pine. So a good friend of the pod, TikTok, goes every year to Camp Furry Tales. So,
is that the one they go to? Okay.
Yeah, that's the one he goes to. Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Coming up the 18th through the 20th, if you go to Denver, you can see Taebyn there. He is there having fun at Denver, August 18th through 20th. Also that weekend, the 19th through 22nd in Slovenia, is the Slow Fluff Con. There you go. It's Slow Fluff, I guess. Slow Fluff. And then again, up in Canada at Algonquin Park in Ontario is Camp Feral. That's a camping one again. And then you can go to Indy Fur Con in Indianapolis, August 24th through 28th, or Furrydelphia in Philadelphia, August 25th through 27th. And then finally, another camping one in Helena, Montana is the Big Sky Camp Paw, August 31st through September 5th. So, lots and lots of cons to go to. And if anybody were to go to all of them, that would be amazing. Just that
would be also breaking the rules of time and space, because there's some of these there are so far apart. There's no way you could do it.
What, are you saying you can't get from Norway to Australia on the same weekend?
No.
That's Twitter talk.
Well, I can't. I don't move that fast anymore.
Yeah. So. Okay, did you guys prepare any jokes for tonight?
I prepared my phone.
You prepared your phone
with jokes. Yes, I've got a dad jokes app.
Oh, a dad jokes app. Misha's going to get some dad jokes up on the computer, I can tell.
I've got a couple of crappy band jokes I can tell.
Oh, there you go.
All right. So, we prepared ourselves.
All right, so we have a section where we talk about, where we do really bad jokes, and my first really bad joke is, if Wurlitzer and Xerox were to merge together, they could make reproductive organs.
No.
No. Rayne.
Go ahead, Misha. I'll let Misha go first, because...
Okay. Oh, okay. So, what is... let's see. Hold on. Sorry.
That's all right.
Why is the bassoon better than the oboe?
I don't know.
It burns longer for kindling.
I like that one.
True.
I like that one. Yeah.
Member of our staff will like this one. Why was the big cat disqualified from the race?
He was a cheetah?
Yes. Had to be a cheetah.
They're not all good, but they're free.
They're
There
free.
you go.
They're definitely. The price is right.
Right.
I figured out how to make a good speech.
How's that?
Well, you have a good opening, a super opening, and a powerful closing, and you make sure those two are very, very close together.
It's good.
Alright. How do you tune 3 piccolos?
I don't know. How do you tune 3 piccolos?
You shoot 2 of them.
So, at work, IT is constantly having us change passwords, and so they said I needed a password that's 8 characters long, so I picked Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs.
Oh my god.
Okay, I do that.
That one was good, yeah.
Exactly 8 characters.
Okay, you guys are both gonna groan at this one.
Alright.
So Romeo,
Yes.
joined a local soccer team, and he asked Juliet what number he should be, and she replied, "Wherefore out there, Romeo?"
Oh, you were right.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was rough.
Yes.
That was a tough one. Yeah, that's hard to swallow. That one, I'll tell you.
What do you call 200 clarinets at the bottom of the ocean?
A good start.
A good start.
A good
Yes,
start.
start,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
So, this woman was on trial for beating her husband to death with his guitar collection. The judge says first offender. She says no, first a Gibson, then a Fender.
Uh-huh. I was married to a woman once, and our marriage was done by a judge. I should have asked for a jury.
Why don't trombone players like the playground?
I don't know.
It has to do something with the slide, but what is it?
Yeah, they can't figure out the steps, or they can't go up the steps and they can't figure out the slide.
Okay, my last one. My last one is, I was never the class clown. Never. But I was suspended so often, they referred to me as the class trapeze artist.
So I made a belt out of watches once. It was a waste of time.
Oh
my god.
Okay, Misha, give us our last joke for the night.
Oh no, I don't have another one.
You don't have another one? Oh no. Okay,
Band jokes.
Band jokes.
We're getting the first one. How do you make a bandstand?
Applause? No.
Take away their chairs.
No.
Wow, these are rough.
Oh,
these are bad.
Those are bad. Well, that's our brand. Bad jokes.
Yes.
That's the
So
last
I was at
one.
the library and asked if they had any books on paranoia. The librarian replied, "Yes, and they're right behind you."
It's kind of like that self-help book you tried to buy last week.
I know.
Yeah, it's like
She wouldn't tell me. She said, that would
the
defeat the purpose.
That's right. That's right. Well, once again, we find ourselves at the close of another great episode. Thanks to Misha for sitting in for Taebyn. Thanks, Misha.
Thanks, Misha.
Any final words?
Not really. No, just what were you gonna say? Sorry.
I was gonna say, what are you promoting? What are you doing these days? How can we find you? What can people find and expect from Misha B. Barkin on the interwebs?
It's Misha B. Barkin everywhere. YouTube, I post once a week. TikTok, I post when I feel like it. Twitch, I'm hoping to start streaming 2 or 3 times a week again.
Nice.
I recently started my own podcast with a couple of my friends called Bark Bark Meow.
Okay.
We're gonna have the first episode go up the day after we're recording this, so June 30th. So it'll already be up by the time.
Nice. Yeah.
So yeah, be sure if you're looking for another podcast to listen to as well as Barely Furcasting, then check that one out.
All right, you'll have to send me the link so I can put it on there to edit. So
yeah, okay.
I mean, since it comes out tomorrow, you probably already have the link because I'm going to be editing the heck out of this tomorrow to get this published before I have to leave.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, so yeah. Rayne, any final words from you?
Yeah. So I've been doing the DJ streaming thing every Friday night. I'm doing it again this Friday night. It's the last night of my Pride sets. So.
Okay.
Come see me on Mixcloud.com at DJ Rayne Raccoon, and hope to see you guys there. And Moobarkfluff, stay furry.
All right,
Moobarkfluff.
Well, thank you to all our listeners. We know you have a choice in your listening choices, and we love that you choose us. Remember, you can find podcast merch at Redbubble, Bonfire, and Fourth Wall. And you can join our Telegram chat at BFFT chat, or you can send us a homing pigeon if you want. I don't care. I'll read it if you send it to me. So until next time, Moobarkfluff and stay furry.
Barely Furcasting is an Injured Nerve studio production and is found on all major podcast platforms or can be heard directly at barelyfurcasting.com. The opinions expressed here are those of the hosts and their guests, and no commercial compensation was granted. The Furcast is produced, recorded and directed by Barely Normal, aka Mike Began, and is edited by Barely and our associate editor Rayne Raccoon. Opening and closing theme music, as well as some interstitial music, was created for Injured Nerves Productions for the use on the podcast by Reg Day with Damian Tanuki. If you would like to hear more music by Reg Day, you can search for Tweezerbeak on Bandcamp or Hoop Loop Tunes on SoundCloud. Other interstitial and background music by Shane Ivers through silvermansound.com, Gator Tots on soundcloud.com, and the YouTube Free is Library. If you would like to send us a message, you can do so via email at barelyfurcasting@gmail.com or on our Telegram chat at BFFT chat, on Twitter, on our Facebook page, or on the barelyfurcasting.com webpage. You can help support the show through donations at ko-fi.com/barelyfurcasting or through Patreon at patreon.com/barelyfurcasting. Thanks for listening. We hope you come back and listen next week.